Your thought is different, your friend thought is different. You has to interpret. Total your group thoughts and their observations you can interpret and has to give the remedies from the threats of that particular ecosystem. Also, field work is therefore an integral part of the learning process. This work should be defined properly. I mean, objectives are very clear. First, wherever you are going, it may be river or forest or whatever your local area you are going, you are observing which ecosystem you are observing, uh, or grassland, or hill, mountain, hill slope, whatever it may be. First, you has to mention, you has to note it down. Everybody has to note it down these things. You has to mention the biotic components. Biotic components. What comes under the biotic components in any kind of ecosystem? Commonly, biotic components are producers, consumers, and decomposers. For a particular riverine ecosystem, producers are different. Forest ecosystem producers are different. Grassland ecosystem producers are different. You have to note it down. Which kind of producers are there on that? Which species are more on that particular area as per biodiversity norms? Then, is there any species going to extinction, or any species is endangered or endemic, or any anthropogenic impact is there on that particular ecosystem? Anthropogenic impact means human related impact. Suppose one village is there, nearby one forest is there, anthropogenic impacts are there on that forest or river, and that pollution, deforestation, or whatever it may be. Wildlife, everywhere. Everything you has to clearly mention regarding which kind of abiotic components are there on that abiotic components, on that biotic components, what is their importance? Is there any regional importance is there? Everything it has to be. Then abiotic components. Abiotic components also you has to observe. Not only in particular whenever you are going. I mean, what is there in the last 5 years, 6 years back? What is now? How it is? Uh, is there any change? If any changes are going on, everything you has to observe. Suppose temperature, if you are taking. So temperature is increasing or decreasing. If it is increasing, what is the problems concerned to that? Or rainfall is increasing or decreasing. I mean, fertility of the soil, everything you has to mention. You has to note it down. Clearly you has to observe. Then you has to interact that surrounding people also. If you are very familiar with that area, you can interact and then you can take suggestions from your elder, then other people, uh, other community. Even though you are not well known of that area, you has to interact local community. Then you has to put many things. You has to take, you has to draw from them many things. What is the importance? What impacts are going on that particular ecosystem? Everything. Then here this, suppose if You are observing riverine ecosystem, and that riverine ecosystem, that river is perennial or evergreen river. How much water is there? What are the uses of that particular riverine ecosystem? And then forest ecosystem, if you are going, what is the important ingredients we are getting from that forest? Then grassland also same, hill or mountain or hill slope, whatever it may be, if you are going. Then first you has to note it down biotic components and then abiotic components. On that biotic and then abiotic components, study about plants, birds, animals, flora and fauna. Not only plants, birds, animals, along with that flora also very important. For to identify endangered and endemic species which are familiar to this area, which are going to extinction. Endemic species in the sense which are familiar to that particular area only. They are known as endemic species. Endangered species are species which are very important, but they are going to the extinction. Their count is, they are under threatened, is known as endangered species. Is there any endangered species out there? In the plants or animals, whatever it may be. But flora or fauna, everything, each and every having equal importance. You has to note it down. Then you has to give the priority to preserve, protect that particular endangered species too. If you are not if you are not taking any interest on that particular endangered species, after some times, after 5 years or 10 years, you may not observe that species went to extinction. Hence, you have to take special care about that. Then, main observations, which area you are visiting. It's the riverine ecosystem or forest ecosystem or grassland ecosystem or hill or mountain. Whatever it may be. Visiting place, riverine ecosystem of Krishna River or riverine ecosystem or Papagni riverine ecosystem, Chitravati riverine ecosystem, Penna riverine ecosystem or Nallamala forest. So whatever it may be, or grasslands of so and so particular area, particular mandal, you has to give. Then name of the plants, birds, animals, whatever you observed on that. Area, majorly. If you are observing any plants, what are the characteristics of the plants? Then immediately, if you are visiting the area, you has to give, you has to take lat-lang positions, geographical positions. It comes under which latitude and which longitude. Everything you has to note it down. What is the importance of geographical positions, lat-lang positions? With that also we can get some inputs from the literature. So in the so and so geographical area, temperature is like this, and then rainfall is like this, and then these kinds of and flora and fauna is available on this. Then is there any differences are there as per literature and then as per our observations? We has to compare it. Then what are the plants, birds, animals, everything you are observing, everything you has to note it down in the separate column. Then characteristics and importance of that flora and fauna. Flora and fauna. What is the important? This thing also you have to observe. Is there any local importance or not only local, national importance? Suppose in particular areas, if we are moving from Kadri Ghats, majority of the, peacocks we can observe. National bird is there. Who has to enjoy it? So like that, this area, this particular area is familiar to this particular bird or this particular animal. Like that, you has to note it down. Then, if any variety of you may grow or summer season or winter season depends on your interest or depends on your time. You has to interact. First you has to observe and then you has to interact with the local people. I mean, which season these particular plant will grow, which season the particular plant will, giving the flowers or seeds, whatever it may be, everything you has to know with them. Or if you are familiar with that area, you can note it down. So this season is particularly important to this particular plant. It will be seasonally growing, seasonally growing and then give the flowers, beautiful flowers or beautiful fruits, edible, fruits or whatever it may be, flowers or vegetables. These are edible or not edible. Edible in the sense eatable. Not edible in the sense not eatable. Any area if you are going or grassland, particularly hill or mountains, many seasonal, wild fruits, wild vegetables, you are observing to that particular area. These fruits, what is their importance? In which season they will grow properly, they will give their fruits, and then is there any impact on that fruits or flowers due to seasonal variation? Everything you have to observe. Then endemic and then endangered species. And their uses and importance. What is the economic cost? And that economic cost you has to calculate both tangible and intangible. Tangible means economic, which can directly use economy. Intangible gives sustainability. Means suppose if we are calculating with one plant regarding tangible and then intangible benefits. Tangible benefits in the sense how many flowers it is giving or how many fruits it is giving per annum, what is the yield of that, what is the cost, like that. Intangible benefits in the sense how much oxygen it is releasing, how many birds and then other animals, other small birds, insects are taking shelter on that plant, how much fertility is coming due to the dry leaves to that particular area after degrading with that. how much carbon dioxide is consuming by that plant, how many people are, I mean, relaxing on that plant, under that plant, what is the happiness going on for not only human being, other living beings too, with that plant. Everything is countable, everything comes under the intangible benefits. Every time we are counting, if one plant is there, this plant is occupying this area, this much area, only this plant is giving. This plant is giving only for per annum 100 or 150 mangoes or one, like that we are counting. But behind that, intangible benefits are more for the environment, sustainability of the environment. While we are thinking on the economic cost, not only we have to think on money, I mean tangible economy only. Environmental security also important. Environmental sustainability also important. If suppose we are counting, I mean, or otherwise any like that animal also. One rabbit is there or one deer is there in our surrounding, in any grassland. What is the importance of that? If we are calculating with only money mind, it's not a complete calculation, economic cost of complete calculation. Whatever animal or plant, if we are costing about it, we has to cost as a tangible and then intangible. Both the benefits we has to count. That is the most important thing in the field work. Not only field work, in your day-to-day observations, your day-to-day thinking, everywhere if you are thinking, you have to think in this direction, both the directions. What are their breeding season? Any bird or animal, whatever it may be. Then like this, you has to, everything you has to note it down. If breeding season is there, any particular animal breeding season is there, we are giving comfortable environment to that, or we are threatening by our actions, by our activities. If is there any threatenings are going on, we has to aware that local people with comfortably they has to breed, and then their future generations will grow. Then anthropogenic activities, same thing, effects on human being. Everywhere human interactions are there, in anywhere, everything will be disturbed. Everything will be disturbed on that particular area. Effects, then both the things, human and wildlife, both the conflicts are there, but human beings are, when compared to wild animals, human beings are, I mean, highly knowledgeable persons. Nowadays, wild animals are under threat. Hence, we has to come over, we has to identify their importance. At the same time, we has to give priority to them to survive, to protect, to conserve. Then what is the, I mean, any holiness, any particular importance is there on that particular area, on that particular river, everything you have to note it down. This is about study field work, regarding study about or Local area, visiting local area like riverine or forest or grassland, hill, mountain, hill slope, whatever it may be, wherever you are visiting, you have to observe all these things. If you are going to grassland, what is the abiotic factors? What is the impact on them? And then fertility is there. Fertility of soil is good or bad, depends on that particular ecosystem. Protection of that particular ecosystem. If grassland is under threat, overgrazing is going on, animal rearing is more, grazing continuously, that grassland is, rearing by animals, local animal rearers. What will happen? Entire grass will be, eaten by that animals, buffaloes or deers, or sheep, goats, whatever it may be. So it will be destructed, degraded. Hence, one has to take proper precautions if it is going on like that. If it is under degraded situation, everything will be degraded. So if once grassland is degraded, what will happen? When there is no grass, overgrazing is going on continuously. Next year, their population, plant population will be decreased. And then after some times, it will be, there is no seedlings to grow next year. After some times, fertility of that area also decreased. If fertility of that area is further decreased, what will happen? There is no nutrition. Even though some seeds are there, they may not grow properly. Then when rain will come, that area may not percolate water, much water. There is no groundwater also. Groundwater capacity also decreased. Everything, each and everything having a lot of impacts. Lot of impacts. Even in the mountain or hill slope, wherever it may be, hills. Then how we has to protect our local area? How we has to protect our ecosystem? And then if we may not protect it, we only victims. Human beings are major victims if we may not protect our local area, local ecosystem. Any kind of ecosystem. Hence, we has to conserve it. We has to take initiation steps. We has to educate that people, that particular people. Otherwise, everything will be degraded. Then if suppose forest ecosystem is continuously degraded, what will happen? After some times, we has to explain to our next generations. Once upon a time, there is a dense forest, and that forest, many troop of tigers are there. Like that, we have to explain. Same, this city is the Pulivendala, Pulimandala. So once upon a 50 years back, troop of tigers are there. Now we are not observing any tigers. If this situation will be continuous, what will happen? We has to give the stories. We have to tell the stories regarding Himalayans too. So in the 19th century, there is a Himalayas in the northern region of our India. It may protect us. Like that, we have to give we have to tell stories to our future generations. Hence, we has to take major initiations to protect our environment, to protect our each and every ecosystem whichever we are having. Hence, this is the very important uh, to field work. If we know what is the importance of this particular area, and then how what are the economic values and then environmental values regarding these particular river or forest or grassland, hill or mountain, whatever it may be. First, we know the importance. If educated people know, youngest like you can aware that particular community, particular people, I mean local people. If you are degrading like this, after some times you may not get all these things. Along with that, there is a lot of troubles we has to go, we has to fall under a lot of troubles. Everything you can explain to other peoples too. Or otherwise, if you don't know about what is the importance of that particular ecosystem, how you can explain to others, how you can aware to other people. For survival of future generations, you has to clearly observe every uh, thing in the particular ecosystem, any kind of ecosystem. This is the importance of field work.